when you have 1 and 4? I mean, it wouldn't have to be that deep, would it? I mean,
yeah, we talked about this before. We look at every draft as there's going to be 10 to 15 really good players, and it's our job to figure out who those guys are. Now, certainly, the higher you're picking, the better chances that you get those guys. But it's still a challenge. We'd like to add more draft picks. We'd like to add more young players. We're a big fan of bringing those young guys in. Daniel Gibsons and J.J. Hicksons and Semi Erdens and those young guys that we've brought in here, we like that concept. So the more young guys we can add that are our kind of people, we're all for it.
Is this better than winning a big postseason game?
No.
Chris, would it be fair to say with 1 and 4, regardless of what order you might go in, you're probably going to go big and small? I mean, you wouldn't pick 2 guys that play basically the same position, would you?
I haven't even thought about that yet. Certainly when we start to look at the draft and what players are available, what positions, and what depth you have at those certain positions in a draft, you can start to make those decisions. There's a number of things that are, do we trade picks? Do we keep picks? We have a trade exception. Do we go a certain way, one way, and another way? We don't even. Those are conversations that we'll start to get in. We'll get into the conference rooms and shut the door and start to throw ideas up on the wall and work through each of those things and work through our process.
Do you have any problem taking a European player? I mean, is that...
None whatsoever.
Did you talk to Dan right after, or did you guys talk right before, or how did that go down?
Well, I mean, it's been, 45 minutes now? So,
Yeah.
Obviously, just super excited for Nick. I mean, I thought he was fantastic. I really did. I thought, he's 14 years old, he's up on the stage, and I thought he was genuine. I thought he was super, it was outstanding. He can certainly, anytime we need some luck, I'm calling Nick, he's with me right here. He was great, happy for him and happy for Dan and his family and just the support. I mean, this community and the Gilberts and the ownership group, it's an exciting time.
Yeah,
it's exciting for
the fans over the party were kind of pumping their fists and yelling as each
pick
got closer. Were you guys doing the same? Was
No.
it kind of the same?
No. I was in the back room, I couldn't watch. So. I do get nervous, right? People say, do you get nervous? Yeah, when I saw that the 8th pick, the pick that we had at 8, I forget who came up. I can't remember what team came up, but was it Detroit?
Yeah,
when Detroit came up, I literally went to the other room. So then I heard Byron and David Griffin screaming. So then I came back in and said, "What happened? What happened?" So, and then I went back when we got closer. So exciting night.
Chris, were there any positive signs today, just being around town, and that this was going to go your way?
So much of it you can't control, right? I mean, it's a lottery. It's a mathematical equation. Once again, you want to try to put the organization in a position that it can potentially be successful. So I think because of our flexibility and support from ownership, we've been able to do that. It's great for our fans. And so as we move forward, we have those things. But going through the day, no, I mean, everything went well at the Starbucks this morning, and the line was short. I got my normal 17 shots of espresso.
What's increased